love, you're listening to the Died on Ashanta podcast. I'm a resilience strategist and migrant integration specialist who has spent the last 20 years traveling, working, and studying throughout the Caribbean, North America, Europe, Africa, and Asia. As a globetrotter, I quickly learned how to bounce back from crisis and how to thrive in new and strange places. I've used my training and experience to develop a resilience-based framework, and now I help others to get over the hurdles that come with living in a foreign country. Now on this podcast, I invite you to join me on this journey of living with simplicity, joy, and resiliency. From green smoothies to goal setting, we'll cover it all. We'll talk about all the things that help us to thrive through the storm. Welcome to the Died on Ashanta podcast. This is episode 21, and today we're looking at how to laugh away pain. Now, of course, when you think about physical resilience, you think about the activities that you undertake in order to sustain your physical resilience. And I wonder how many people actually realize that laughter isn't just in the mind, but it has a major impact on your body. Many parts of your body and organ systems are impacted positively by the simple activity of laughing. But before we get into the positives or the benefits of laughing, I want to acknowledge, as we talk about resilience, the very topic of resilience acknowledges stress and hardship, crises, adversity. Without them, one cannot cultivate resilience. And the fact is that we live in a world where the focus is often placed on anything that drives and builds fear. When you look out into the media or just the conversations that a lot of people like to have from day to day, there's a focus on crime, on poverty, on disease. And if you allow a lot of this to sit in your system and in your thoughts, then you end up feeling overwhelmingly depressed. You feel despair because you wonder if there's a point to any of your efforts. But I want to suggest that resilience requires you taking and maintaining a position of being positive, having a bias towards being grateful and being hopeful. But then you probably wonder, how do I keep that balance of being positive and grateful and hopeful when the world is telling me that everything is falling apart, everything is going to be a disaster? And how do you find that balance? Well, we have to accept that stress is inevitable. It's a part of life. You cannot grow, you cannot thrive, you cannot exist without stressors. That's a natural part of life built in. But we have to develop and sustain daily habits that de-stress us. I think I've mentioned this in previous episodes, that de-stressing, stress management has to be just like taking a shower or brushing your teeth. It has to be a habit. It has to be a habit for you to cultivate resilience. You have to come up with stress management techniques, habits that ensure that you are pushed in the direction of joy, of relief, of playfulness, excitement, and love. And so it comes to mind, sometimes you go to the dentist or any other medical practitioner, and some of them, the ones that are really good, have a great, what people call bedside manner. They have a great sense of humor, and especially if you're meeting them for the first time, they try to crack a lot of jokes to put you at ease and make sure that they can eliminate any fears that you may have come to that particular appointment or treatment session for. And I personally experienced this recently, where the doctor made every effort to make sure that I was relaxed and felt comfortable interacting with them. And so this is how we should approach our lives. How can we relieve stress, the normal stresses, the unplanned for and intense stresses. How can we relieve them from our lives on a regular basis? And my suggestion is through laughter. Laughter reduces anxiety, it reduces stress, even pain management is impacted through laughter. You can endure or manage or tolerate even more pain just by ensuring that you laugh. Laughing boosts your immune system. It enhances your, improves your heart health, enhances your creativity, helps you build strong solution finding skills and coping skills. All of these things tie up into resilience. And all of this comes from what is a physical response to relief. And I don't know if you've ever thought about it that way, but our bodies physically respond to the sense of relief, whether that relief is triggered by the punchline in a joke, or by having someone arrive that we miss, or winning a competition. Our relief is expressed physically through laughter. And so that's why I'm suggesting that we find ways to laugh every day. And you may begin to wonder, but can I just laugh for no reason? You better believe it, because laughter can be contagious. So just by you intentionally exposing yourself to triggers, to that relief of tension, whether it is the thoughts you flood your mind with, it could be through a conversation. All of us know someone who, just by talking to them, you're guaranteed to laugh because you're bound to say something funny. And if you have a recording of someone saying something funny, then it's totally fine for you to decide that I'm going to listen to that recording often so that I can enjoy the laughter that's emitted whenever I listen to this person. Sometimes it may be your favorite videos that you can watch. It could be a movie. There are free recordings of stand-up comedy that you could listen to and enjoy. And there are so many different things that we could use to elicit laughter. And I don't know if you've ever noticed that sometimes you watch children play or two people talking and they just fall over laughing. And just by observing their laughter, you start laughing. You have no idea why they're laughing, but just watching them laugh makes you laugh. And so, yes, laughter is contagious. So if you are struggling to find the positive thoughts that could make you laugh naturally, then you may want to consider watching videos of people laughing, listening to the sound of laughter. Some of the coolest recordings of laughter are babies or toddlers laughing. And so you could look into that. Find a way that triggers you to laugh. I want to, of course, encourage you to not just laugh things off without coming up with solutions to challenges that you face, or being willing to share with someone who you think can assist you or point you in the right direction, or just give a listening ear if you are indeed struggling with something that seems unbearable. Because I want there to be a balance, it's not just about laughing things off without addressing things that are important or significant. But separate and apart from challenges that are overwhelming and are too much for one person to bear, try to cultivate a habit that gets you to laugh every day. A great book that helps you to laugh in spite of crises that come through life is by Trevor Noah. His book Born a Crime, Stories from a South African Childhood. And Trevor is able to relate very potentially distressing scenarios, but finding ways to see the humor in these stories, in these experiences that he's had, in things he has observed, and to help us through laughter to rethink how we view the challenges that life brings our way. So I'd encourage, if you haven't listened to it, whether you're gonna listen to the audiobook or read in print, check it out. That's an excellent book to appreciate laughter in the midst of adversity. And of course, there is a Jamaican proverb that I'd like to bring up. Now, in Jamaican, we'd say, you have to take kinti kiba heartburn. And I will try to translate that to say it means you have to use laughter to quiet a broken heart or a pained heart. And basically, what it's saying is that even when things are really difficult or are extremely heartrending, you have to find ways to laugh through it. Laughter is healing. We've all heard about laughter being the best medicine. Laughter is a pain reliever. So if it is you are finding times challenging, heartrending, then this may be the time to intentionally pursue your joy, your relief, your feelings of playfulness, excitement, and love by looking for ways that you can laugh. Thanks so much for listening, love. If you enjoyed this episode, head over to diedonashanta.com. I'd love to hear your thoughts on today's message. Be sure to drop your email address so I can send you some helpful resources, updates, and the occasional music video that I may have on repeat. Make sure you subscribe and spread the love with someone you care about.